Most welcome on Skilliv. It's an evening, and this is our 4 p.m. sharp, and we are here again to meet you all. First of all, I would like to wish you all a very happy International Women's Day. We all women are here to celebrate this day, this auspicious day for us. Well, I believe that all 364 days are ours, right? So we celebrate it every time, but today we had some different plans for you. We have some different plans for you. So, friends, why we are organizing this panel discussion, and before introducing our guest, I would like to say some words to you. As I was searching about the woman achievement on Google, I was googling, right? So I come to know that it's nothing is new if we are achieving something, if females are achieving something here, because we have a long history. We have a very, very, very strong women before. In if we talk that 200 years back, if even we have the history, right? So the changes we have only that is the numbers are increasing, but still numbers are increasing. Women are more empowerment. They are learning how to fly high. They are learning how to fulfill your dream. But still, there is something, some points, some challenges which are still same. 200 years back, the females were fighting with mindset of our society, with mindset of family, and a lot of instructions. And don't go there, don't do this, you can't do that. You are a female. Please don't smile. Please don't laugh loud. Right? Speak politely. Right? And still, after 200 years, we are also getting all kind of instructions too. Things are improving, things are changing, but still we are facing a lot of issues which are same, right? Nothing has been changed. So why it's not changing? Still females are facing all these issues, but many females come out and say no all these tradition talks, right? And they say, I'm not here to make you happy. I'm just here to fly high. I can dream and I will fly and I will dare to complete my dream, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, we have eight powerful energies, a source of energies. The female energies who set a great example in their life, who set a great, you know, a set of example like, yes, if I can do, then you can do. They are doing very well in their life, in their career, and not in their own life. In fact, they are transforming others' life too. They are giving an impact on others too, right? So a lot of females are here who dare to dream, but they have a little fear in their heart. Oh my God, I have a dream, but how should I complete it? How should I nourish my dream? How should I think to move up one step ahead only? So today we have a session where you will get a lot of motivation, instructions, stories, struggle, and you will learn that how you can come out from your challenges of your life, which are stopping you to achieve your dreams, right? So before starting, just please let me introduce our panel. And yes, Reena ma'am has joined us. I would like to introduce her first. And, I would like to say one thing that when I called her yesterday and I asked, ma'am, what is your journey? Please, कुछ तो अपनी जर्नी के बारे में बताइए. तो मैम ने कहा कि अभी निधि शुरू कहाँ हुई है, अभी तो शुरू होनी बाकी है, अभी तो चल रही है. And that is the attitude of leader. That is the attitude of an achiever. मैम की बात सुन के एक स्टोरी मुझे याद है. नमन, बहुत अच्छे पेंटर थे, आ रही मुझे. एक बहुत अच्छे पेंटर थे. जब उनसे कहा गया कि आपकी बेस्ट पेंटिंग, अब तक आपने जितनी सारी पेंटिंग्स बनाई हैं उसमें बेस्ट पेंटिंग कौन सी है, तो उन्होंने कहा माय नेक्स्ट पेंटिंग, मेरी आने वाली पेंटिंग मेरी बेस्ट पेंटिंग होगी. So that is the attitude of learning. That is the attitude of growth, right? So she is an example. She's a next example for me, Reena Sangwan. She's a founder of Atulya Educational Trust, National Coordinator of Women Wing, NISA, and she worked at ISPA India. She is a district president with ISPA India. She is working towards improvement of education and only woman in core team of NISA. NISA is a National Independent Schools Association. It's the biggest organization of India. Well, and it's a proud moment for us that she is the only female member in a core team, only female, and she's a very powerful lady, and we are very glad to have her with us as a panelist today. Most welcome, ma'am. I think she has some network issues, and she will connect with us very soon. But now, let me introduce our next panelist. Oh my God, what should I say? She's a face of love, care, and source of positive energy. She has transformed many lives with her skills and supportive nature. Let's welcome Miss Deep Ahuja Sharma. She is a
Welcome.
managing partner of TPCL Media, global coach, facilitator, mentor to coaches and entrepreneurs, TPCL Leadership Certified Transformational Leadership Coach, Coach Trainer, Mentor Coach, ICF Certified NLP Coach Practitioner, and ICF PCC Executive Coach. Deep, this list is very long. It will take a lot of time if I go
You don't
with
have to
all
go through
these.
the list. Yeah, you don't have to.
Thank you,
Don't
thank you
set the
so
pedestal
much.
too high. Don't set the pedestal too high. Yeah. But thank you so much, Nidhi, for having me here. It's a utter pleasure to be with these beautiful 8 women in this room. And as I said, 8 inverted makes infinity. So,
Thank
yeah,
you.
this is infinite potential sitting right here in front of us. So, thank you.
Thank you
Happy
so
Women's
much.
Day to
Thank you
everybody.
so much. You are most welcome, Deep, and you are such an example. When we our some senior says that if you really want to grow in your life, then always keep an attitude of learning. So if you want to learn how to keep that learning attitude in life always, then really I would suggest consult Deep Ahuja.
Thank you. Thank you, Nidhi.
Now I will turn toward our next panelist. She is our powerhouse, powerful personality, and I must say a powerful voice. Join me, welcome our next panelist, Mrs. Neeru Joshi.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Nidhi ji, calling me. And as Madam Deep said, that we are, blessed that yes, we are sitting in the galaxy of beautiful ladies. And wish you all a happy Women Day. It is a day to us. Every day belongs to us. But yes, today is the special day that when we are meeting on this virtual platform, sharing our ideas, our journey.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Yes, she is a principal of BBPS Senior Secondary School, Kajeba. She is associated with many of organizations. She is executive director with MeetX, Walter Society for Innovation and Research, New Delhi, National Joint Secretary with Shikshak Kalyan. She is a president, Modinagar, Muradnagar CBSE Sahodaya, National Advisor with ISPA India, executive member, National Human Right and Humanitarian Foundation. She has been awarded with many titles, and its list is so long. So, ma'am, I just can say that we proud of you. It is a proud moment for us to have you on our panel. Thank you so much. Yes, so now let me take privilege to introduce our international guest with us, Miss Azatule Comfort Okay from
Thank you.
Nigeria. She's a
Thank you,
founder
Nidhi.
of She Rise, Kogi East coordinator with Global Youth Parliament. She is working towards gender equality and women empowerment. Welcome, Solace. We are glad to have you with us today.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Namaste, everybody.
Namaste, Suresh. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Now I would love to introduce our next international guest, Miss Tanuja Sharma from Oman. She is a counseling psychologist with Indian School Muscat, having experience of 20 years. She is an advisor and program mentor for various NGOs and working with many organizations. Welcome, Tanuja. You are most welcome in Skilliv.
Thank you very much, Nidhi, for having me, and happy Women's Day to all the beautiful women here, beautiful inside out. Thank you. Pleasure
Thank
to
you
be
so much.
here. Thank you.
Our friends, everyone is unique. We know all that is already, and we all have something different in us, right? But we know that. But how to discover this uniqueness, unique you inside you? How to discover? If you have this question, then don't worry. We have our next panelist. Please take me this privilege to introduce her. This is Miss Nidhi D. Tyagi.
Hi everyone. Thank you, Nidhi. Thanks for the beautiful introduction and happy Women's Day to all of you beautiful ladies here. So nice to meet you today. Have a great day. Thank you. Thank
She
you
is
so
an
much.
author. She is an author of 5 books on branding and founder of iBrand Consulting, the branding agency. Nidhi Tyagi is passion to profit entrepreneur and branding professional who helps build your professional and personal brand to stand out from the competition. She will help you find your brand element and effectively communicate them to your prospect to magnify your brand influencer. You are welcome in Skilliv. We are very glad to have you with us today. Thank you so much. So if you have find out your unique you in you, then now turn to grow in your life. And for that, you need coach. Definitely you need coach. Who can help you better to set your goals in life. Today we have a personality with us who love to help people to set their goals. Now welcome our next panelist, Miss Koshaki Sondhi. Koshki Sondhi inspired.
Hello, Nidhi. Hello, everyone. Happy Women's Day to all. And you will be surprised to know that today is my birthday too. So, yeah.
Happy birthday to you,
Thank you.
Koshiki.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That's a special day for me and every woman, I suppose. So,
Oh,
so much,
happy
Nidhi.
birthday, happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
She is a state vice president, women empowerment. One minute, yes. She is a state vice president, women empowerment, All India Council for Human Rights, Liberties and Social Justice, Women India Council for Commerce, ABD University, Sikkim Cyber Crime Head, National Council, News and Broadcasting Board of Advisory, Bhavishya Education State Vice President, Safeguarding Children, Seva Samiti, Chief International Advisor, Global Commerce and Industry Educational Council member. We are very proud to have you on board with us today. Ms. Sondhi, you are most welcome.
Thank you.
If your goals are set but stuck, so somewhere, if you are feeling that, oh, I have goal, I know what to achieve, but how to achieve, right? So just please consult with our next panelist. Yeah, today we have a personality who is very helpful and helping many women to grow well in their career. Miss Srisha Ravuri.
Hi. Thank you for having me, Nidhi. It's lovely.
Srisha is a founder of Citrins. She is an international speaker, a licensed NLP practitioner, a business consultant, and coach with a unique mindset based approach. Her passion is to help people, teams, and organizations to reach their fullest potential by using state of the art change. And the tools she uses, that is like neuro linguistic programming. She has extensive experience in consulting for senior leaders in growing the revenue of the business. Most welcome, Srisha.
Thank you. Lovely being here, especially with this wonderful panel.
Thank you so much. So, friends, these are the panel, you know them, and now this is the turn of what we are going to do. My, we all have our different stories in our life, right? We know that we have a lot of struggle, lot of failure, lot of challenges behind the story of success. हिंदी में कहा जाता है कि दिए तले कितना अंधेरा है ये किसी को नहीं दिखाई देता है. एक दिया जलता है लेकिन उसके नीचे एक अंधेरा जरूर होता है. हम सब के पीछे, हम सब की कहानियों के पीछे कहीं ना कोई स्ट्रगल, कोई ना कोई चैलेंज जो हम सबकी लाइफ में आया है, राइट? सक्सेस इज नॉट ऑलवेज अ प्रिविलेज, सक्सेस इज नॉट अ गिफ्ट, सक्सेस इज अ जर्नी. in case we have a powerful woman with us, Miss Reena Sangwan, my first question goes to her. Ma'am, we would like to know that how was your journey? You are at a level where every woman wished to be. Ma'am, we would like to hear from you. What was your journey? Ma'am, please unmute yourself. Ma'am, unmute yourself, please. Reena ma'am, unmute yourself, please.
Is it okay now?
Yes, ma'am.
Finally. A very good evening to all of you. Feeling proud to be a part of this panel. Very special thanks to Nidhi ma'am. She called me up and she made me a part of it. Uh, Normally, it seems like, when I give my intro to somebody, it is like maybe she's born with a silver spoon and belongs to a family of business tycoons and all, having multiple businesses. So ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. I was being told by my parents how far you go depends on how deep your roots are. So frankly speaking, I'm not a paratrooper. I have done my first job after giving my 10th boards as a sales girl in the same school which is run by my parents' society to earn my first pocket money, or you can say salary, to sponsor my own multimedia courses, which I love to do that time. And then I did my second job after giving my 12th exams when everybody is, too much into love affairs and all. That is the age we say, कि जिसे नहीं होता वो पता नहीं क्यों ही नहीं होता. So that was the time when I was busy doing my second job, and that was also as a free clerk, so that I should know the basics of the school system. So tomorrow, if I sit on a AC chair room, then I should not feel kinai. I don't know about the struggles of other people who are working under me. So from there, the training sessions begin. So it is not born with a silver spoon. Of course, I have done my part of trainings also. Then at a very young age, I got married. It was 19 only, and I was in my second year. So my entire study from graduation to post graduation to BEd, then masters, then PhDs and all, I have done after my marriage, parallel to my kids, both parallel to upbringing them, parallel to my job, parallel to managing a family, and so on. So that is also a very lovely and a very struggleful story. And I hope most of you who got married in the early age of 19 or 20 can relate to it. So उस टाइम पे जब हम लोग ये I used to talk to my parents कि do you really think I will be successful one day? With so many problems going on. So my father used to say, उम्मीद की जमी पे कामयाबी उगाने से पहले उसके होने या ना होने की शर्त नहीं रखनी चाहिए. You do your part and just wait for the things to come over. And then later I was a part of the chain of the schools for more than 15 years, and from 1 to 2nd, then 3rd, then 4th. And then today we have a number of schools in Delhi and outside Delhi. Some are in 18 acres, some are on DD lands, and side by side, as we say, that profession is never by choice, it is by chance. So frankly speaking, I never wanted to be a teacher. I have my own dreams, and irony of my life is I want to be a typical housewife, taking care of my kids and my husband, getting up for them, sleeping after them, and take care of the entire family. That's it. And the destiny throws me on the different path altogether. And today, fortunately or unfortunately, I'm a businesswoman, having some hotels, some colleges, and a few schools. So this is how I take my journey, and I think that if you want to fulfill your dreams, it is not the career you choose. It is how you choose out of that career what you want to do. Like being a part of this school, it is not possible for me to be a fashion designer, for an interior designer, a good cook, or so on. But yes, of course, when it comes to the annual day, we come up like a fashion designer because we have to, prepare the students in multi-colored dresses and, decide their dance items and all. And when the school decor used to be changed, then we become interior designer also. And when there is a gala party going on for the school staff, for the parents, or the officers, or something like that, then we become good cooks also. So it depends. आपको मिला क्या है और आपने उसमें से निकाला क्या है. That is more importantly.
Wow, that's really beautiful, ma'am. Mostly people cry that we are not doing what I want to do, right? हम जो करना चाहते थे वो हम नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. But you are setting an example कि जो आप करना चाहते थे आप अपने उस present work से निकाल सकते हो, कर सकते हो. You can find out. It's really not. आज भी आपके पास मौका है अपनी ख्वाहिशों को पूरा करने का, सपने पूरा करने का. But you have to find the way. That's wonderful. So my next question goes to Miss Deep Ahuja.
May I?
Maybe there is some noise in the background.
There is some noise. Yes, I'm doing.
Maybe
I'm
everyone else can just
yes.
mind and
So my next question goes to Miss Deep Ahuja. If you get a moment to look back at your life, how will you describe your journey as a female?
Thank you, Niti. First of all, asking me this question raised a lot of my own awareness, and I answered it from a third-party perspective to myself. What if this is asked to my mother? What if it is asked to my sister? What if it is asked to my colleagues, the community I work with? What would they be saying about who has Deep been? So I answered it like this. I described women in totality. So Deep the woman has been a warrior, W as in warrior. Deep the woman has been an orchestrator. Yeah. Deep the woman has been a manager. Deep the woman has been an adventurer. Deep the woman has been a navigator. So these are different voices that were coming to me while I tried to answer this question for myself. So why warrior? Warrior, again, I completely resonate with Ms. Reena Sangwan's story. Nobody knows, but I started off working while I was in my 10th standard. There were turbulent times in my family. My father went depressed after my elder sister got divorced. We hail from a very good background, businessmen and all of that. Very good background. But time was such that I had to be a warrior back then. I had to pick up my suit and go out, do sales, door-to-door Japan cookware back then. And I became a supervisor in 3 months for people who were double my age, who were triple my age. So it just, again, leadership happened to me. I didn't choose leadership, it just happened to me. So wherever I was going afterwards, leadership just kept happening. From my 12th standard, I started raising funds for my graduation. I always wanted to be a media personality, a news anchor. All of that looked very glamorous to me back then. Not anymore, but back then it looked glamorous to me. So being a warrior, I had that entrepreneurial mindset because hailing from an entrepreneurial family, I had it in my blood. I saw my mother doing so many she was a serial entrepreneur. In front of my eyes, I could see her taking charge of the family, holding the fort for the family. I'm born and raised in a family of 5 siblings. So you can imagine a mother coming and holding fort for the family back then. And of course, father was really good as an entrepreneur himself. He started off his journey at the age of 15. He established an ice factory for looking at his father, standing in a queue for ice slabs. Back then, there were no refrigerators. So he said, I'll establish an ice factory only. So that's the kind of DNA I had in my blood. So I just happened to be an entrepreneur for good 5 years alongside my college. Nobody knows it, but this story is actually being featured. I had authored it in the book called Unfurling My Heart, Inking the Untold Stories, Inking Our Untold Stories. One could go and read. I can go on and on, but I don't want to go on and on. So I will just say warrior because I went against the stereotypes. I was an intern after my media graduation. I was an intern somewhere in a media channel. I had to ask the CEO to chuck the CFO because he happened to do something which can be called as sexual harassment.
Oh,
You know? Yeah. So I'm a warrior because I would take tough calls and I won't hesitate in taking them. I would stand for
that's awesome.
a women and myself, of course. So that's why I'm a warrior, right? And who could think of composing poems and writing a book while somebody is COVID positive and tested? So I wrote a book just now. I was COVID positive, right? I wrote a book,
Yeah,
and it's coming out. It's being published. It's on poetry, right? So I actually found a poet within when I was COVID positive. So
please.
orchestrator, because all the women have that ability of managing work, life, being a mother, being a daughter, wearing various masks, and all that. So orchestrator, making the symphony out of whatever we have. I think all the women I could vouch who are here, they can do that, and they are doing that. Right. So an orchestrator who can manage community, clients, colleagues, work, family, all of that. Manager because I can make the most out of least of the resources, and that's an assurance given to the jobs that I did 10 years, 10 years of entrepreneurial stint. So far, I can say I've been able to manage it, making the most out of it. Adventurer, who would think that at the age of 36, I'm a global partner for a organization which is 20-year-old itself. So I am the youngest partner in a 20-year-old partnership, global leadership development and coaching consultancy, coaching and mentor coaching people who are double or triple my age.
Oh
Yeah,
my
and
God.
very efficiently. That's what I'm told, that I do it very well. So I'm an adventure seeker, I'm an adventurer. I would go against the wind, I would choose to challenge. The color of my hair doesn't define my wisdom. The age doesn't define my wisdom. I am more, I'm beyond. Yeah, so I'm an adventurer, and N is navigator. As you said, these words that came from you comes from everybody else also most of the time. So I like to be nurturing. I like to be navigating myself and others' direction and their action and their discipline, so that they can achieve whatever they like to, and
Wow,
I can
that's
achieve
awesome.
whatever I can. So that's
Wow,
the women in me. Yeah, thanks, Didi, for
that
asking.
is the winning attitude. Deep, would you mind if I ask you to recite that poem you wrote in COVID time, because you are a real warrior?
You know what, Didi? I happened to write down a poem for today's occasion as well. So,
Oh,
would you like me to narrate that?
sure,
Because
sure.
whatever you were saying as an intro actually is summed up in this poem somewhere, and we did not speak.
Please,
This just
please,
happened. This just
please,
happened.
please continue.
So I'm running an initiative called Wings of Women. I'm interviewing, talking to women from all across industries who are at the top in leadership, who are the change makers. So having spoken to them, I was filled with courage and compassion, and these words just came to me. And these are dedicated to all these 8 women in this window. Yeah, the world here right now. While you are humble and grounded, may you always find strength to spread your wings and fly. Yes, limits exist only in the mind. Believe in yourself and try.
Right.
When you know you are powerful beyond measure, when you know you are powerful beyond measure, then why to hesitate or shy? Choose to challenge. The theme of this year, IWD, International Women's Day, is choose to challenge. Hashtag choose to challenge the inner fight. Take the much awaited flight. Give yourself permission to play, to explore, to achieve. There is nothing in this world that you can't receive. You just need to believe. Be okay with your imperfections. Listen to your inner voice. Exercise your conscious choice. Don't let the interferences make the noise. My wish for you is that you believe in yourself, soar high, and touch the sky. Wings of Women.
It's wonderful, really wonderful. Such a beautiful description of a female. It is a, you know, a motivation, a motivational poem. मतलब motivational stories होती है. आज now I have a motivational poem for women. That's wonderful, really, really. Deep, आप बहुत अच्छा लिखते हो. It's sounds.
It just comes. Orchestration just happened. I just sit in the divine light and ask, okay, what do you want me to ask? Right.
Oh,
It just happens.
that's wonderful.
Symphony just comes out. Thank you, Nidhi.
So guys, you can see that the leaders are quite spiritual from inside too, right? Well, so अभी जैसे दीप ने बताया कि उन्होंने कुछ challenges, कुछ struggle अपनी life में face किए और कुछ ऐसे struggle, कुछ ऐसे challenges भी जो शायद बहुत सी female face करती हैं और कुछ females बाहर नहीं निकलती हैं क्योंकि उन्हें वो challenges face करने होंगे. My next question goes to Neeru ma'am. मैम struggle का definition सभी के लिए सेम होता है, whether it is male or female, definition is same. सबको अगर मुझे इंजीनियर बनना है और एक मेल को इंजीनियर बनना है तो दोनों को डिग्री एक जैसा ही चाहिए, टैलेंट स्किल्स क्वालिटीज एक जैसा ही चाहिए, बट स्टिल a female has some different kind of struggles too, right, as Deep discussed with us. Ma'am, I would like to know, मतलब आप मुझे तो आप इतने पावरफुल हो, मुझे लगता नहीं कि ऐसी कभी किसी ने हरकत की होगी लेकिन क्या आपने कभी लाइफ में ऐसा फील किया कि यू आर फेसिंग some issues और या आपके आसपास कभी आपको लगा कि एक फीमेल को इस तरह के इश्यूज क्यों फेस करने पड़ते हैं और क्या चीजें हैं जो एक फीमेल को स्ट्रांग बनाती है, what makes female very strong to face all these kind of issues?
Very nice question, Nidhi. Very important that what kind of upbringing we had, the family environment, that matters a lot. I mean, that what kind of values we just had in our family, right? So when we talk about family, सबसे पहले किसी भी बच्चे के लिए, because everyone is born equal, as Reena madam said, everyone is born, everyone, we cannot say that born with a silver spoon. So everyone is born equal regardless of the race, religion, color, caste, right? So I always talk about that, yes, the mother is the first teacher and we have heard that. So the parenting, when I just spoke about that, what kind of parenting we had, so we were 3 sisters and 1 brother, right? I was the eldest one, I am the eldest one. So I was brought up like a beta brother, like, and my mother particularly, she had one belief, नीरू को मैंने ऐसा बनाना है, नीरू मेरा बेटा है और परिवार का बड़ा बच्चा अगर अच्छा निकल जाए तो बाकी बच्चे भी अच्छे निकल जाते हैं, राइट? तो ये एक नोशन नॉर्मली पेरेंट के अंदर होता है कि बड़ा बच्चा अच्छा निकल जाए तो पीछे वालों के लिए एग्जाम्पल सेट हो जाता है, लाइक ट्रेन चलती है ना ट्रैक पे, तो ठीक है, ट्रैक बन जाएगा एंड आपकी ट्रेन चलेगी. ट्रेन माने संस्कारों की ट्रेन, ट्रेन माने कल्चर की ट्रेन, ट्रेन माने ट्रेडिशंस, रिचुअल्स, और हम आने वाली जनरेशन को क्या देकर जा रहे हैं. So we had this kind of upbringing. Point 1, discipline हमें परिवार से मिला, कब सोना है, कब जागना है. टीवी उस टाइम पे दूरदर्शन, महाभारत, रामायण, ऐसी चीजें हम लोग देखते थे. हमारे वो मॉर्निंग में वो चित्रहार, रंगोली इन रविवार मॉर्निंग. So we had that time. I think the few of us that had the same kind of time. And I was the one who played with the boys. ऐसा कभी restrictions नहीं मिला निधि कि आपको ऐसा नहीं खेलना, ऐसा नहीं खेलना. I got one wound, the sign is still here. I was a wicket keeper at the age of 12. तो boys की टीम में I was alone, the girl, as a wicket keeper. और वो आज भी यहाँ पर एक निशान है जो मुझे याद दिलाता है कि कैसे मेरे मम्मी पापा बोलते थे कि आपको क्रिकेट भी खेलना है, आपको बैडमिंटन खेलो, आप गुल्ली डंडा खेलो बॉयज की. ऐसे कुछ नहीं था कि आपको ये करना है, ये नहीं करना है. उनको ये था कि नीरू कैन डू एवरीथिंग, ठीक है. सो वो जो एक ट्रस्ट का सप्लीमेंट हमें डोज मिलता था, बॉर्नवीटा वाला डोज, इन दी फॉर्म ऑफ ट्रस्ट, ठीक है, डिसिप्लिन, वैल्यूज, उसने मुझे यहाँ तक पहुंचाया। ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि हम बहुत बड़े काइंड ऑफ कॉन्वेंट स्कूल में पढ़े। आई एम द पास आउट ऑफ दयानंद पब्लिक स्कूल। आर्य के जवान हम, ओम की है शान हम, आर्य वीर आगे बढ़, मरने से न किसे डर। सो वी हैड दिस काइंड ऑफ गायत्री मंत्रा वाला बिगिनिंग इवन इन द स्कूल्स। तो ऐसे एनवायरमेंट के बाद, और आपको पढ़ाई के साथ साथ आपको पता है कि अच्छा, पेरेंट्स ने एक चीज सिखाया था, बड़ों का सम्मान करना, छोटों से आर्ग्यूमेंट नहीं करना। स्कूल में अगर पीटीएम होता था तो हमारा प्रिंसिपल के आगे वी वर लाइक दैट, वी वर नॉट सपोज टू लुक इन द आईज ऑफ द प्रिंसिपल और इन द आईज ऑफ द टीचर्स। एक जो चीज थी कि जो टीचर्स ने बोल दिया वो करना है। तो अभी आपने बोला कि इश्यूज की बात, जैसे आपने बोला, तो वो सारी चीजें निधि हम कनेक्ट करते हैं। किसी भी बच्चे के आप बचपन को देखते हैं, या आप अभी भी इवन हम देखते हैं बहुत यंग बच्चे होते हैं, कितने सुसाइडल अटेम्प्ट्स होते हैं, कितना सो वो सब कुछ कहाँ से आता है? हम सोचते हैं कि सडनली कोई चीज हुआ, कोई भी चीज सडन नहीं होता है। वो सारी चीजें डिपेंड करता है बचपन से। बच्चा इग्नोर तो फील नहीं कर रहा, बच्चे को हम कितना क्वालिटी टाइम दे रहे हैं। टाइम देना समथिंग एल्स, फैसिलिटी देना समथिंग एल्स, क्वालिटी टाइम देना, लव, अफेक्शन, कंपैशन, दिस इज व्हाट आई गॉट। और यही रीजन है मेरी बहनों को भी वही मिला। एक बहन जी न्यूज में, एक बहन फोर्टीज ओखला में, भाई मैनेजर इन फिजर्व है। तो एक मिडिल क्लास फैमिली से हम 4 भाई बहन है, और चारों अपने अपने एक एक मुकाम पर है जो एक रिस्पेक्टेबल है, और हम अपने अपने फील्ड में जो हमें मिला वो हम आगे दे रहे हैं। दूसरी बात जो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट आती है, अभी आपने बोला कि व्हाट मेक अ वुमन स्ट्रॉन्ग। स्ट्रॉन्ग एवरी वुमन इज, कहना चाहिए, सेल्फ नर्चर्ड ऑल्सो, इंटरनल ड्रिवन क्वालिटी, बिकॉज यू नो women, they do have the emotional quotient. जो emotional quotient is mushrooming these days, we are getting momentum these days, emotional quotient। अगर हम देखें वो emotional quotient और connected women के अंदर आज से नहीं सदियों से चला आ रहा है। ठीक है, वो किरण बेदी के टाइम पर भी था। ठीक है, जब 1972 में आईपीएस बनी होंगी, और हो सकता है कि कंजर्वेटिव एनवायरनमेंट को उन्होंने फेस किया होगा व्हेन शी वाज द फर्स्ट फीमेल आईपीएस इन इंडिया। तो ये स्ट्रगल तो आपको करना पड़ता है, एंड व्हेन यू हैव द डिजायर टू ओवरकम द ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन, दैट स्ट्रगल, देन ऑटोमेटिकली you become a successful woman or entrepreneur, or the level you want, and you can become an example for the million of women। अपने आप सब एग्जाम्पल बनते हैं। तो प्लीज वो जो बीकन, अब मेरा जो सपना है वो ये बीकन मेरे हाथ में है, क्योंकि मुझे जो परिवार से मिला, मैंने जो सीखा, मुझे पेरेंट्स ने बीएससी, बीएड, देन एमए, देन एमएससी, देन पीएचडी। आई एम लकी टू हैव हस्बैंड राज, जो उन्होंने फिर एलएलबी, एलएलएम एंड देन डॉक्टरेट वो शादी के बाद किया। So now I am a global speaker. I have visited 175 schools as a resource person. I am connected with youngsters. तो ये बहुत important है कि हम समाज को क्या दे रहे हैं। अगर Women Day है और हम कहते हैं कि अगर as a woman I am successful person, बाद में हो गया, अच्छा इंसान बनना, as a सिस्टर, एज अ मदर, एज अ वाइफ, सो ऑटोमेटिकली हम बहुत सारी चीजें अपने समाज को देने वाले हैं। तो जो बीकन मेरे हाथ में है वो बीकन मुझे आगे पास ऑन करना है। तो ये चेन बहुत बड़ी है, जो दीप जी ने भी अभी बोला है। तो ये हम लोगों को एक चेन बनाना है। तो अपने आप से ये वुमेन डे का पर्पस जो है वो अपने आप से सक्सेसफुल होता है। तो ईगो को भी एक तरफ रखना है, अपने उसको लीगेसी को बना के रखना है। अच्छा, वुमेन की क्वालिटी होती है वेरी एम्पैथेटिकली एंड विद अ ग्रेस वुमेन सॉल्व अ प्रॉब्लम। वी हैव seen that in any field, कि अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम एक मेल के सामने आई, एक फीमेल के सामने सेम प्रॉब्लम को रखा जाता है, तो वुमेन शी हैज अ सॉफ्ट हार्ट। तो कहीं ना कहीं जो मैंने हमेशा बोली, इमोशनल कनेक्ट की बातें आती है, तो सोल्यूशन बहुत पॉजिटिवली मिलता है, रिस्पॉन्स बहुत पॉजिटिव मिलता है। कई बार मेल ईगो जब सामने आ जाती है तो वो थोड़ा सा एक बार प्रॉब्लम हो जाता है। सो दीज आर दी स्टफ दैट हाउ वी नीड टू हैव बैलेंस बिटवीन दी हाउस होल्ड एंड प्रोफेशन। तो हम इसे बोलते हैं वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस। दैट इज वेरी मच इंपॉर्टेंट, एंड वुमन इज एबल टू होल्ड सो मेनी कैप्स एट अ मोमेंट, एंड मल्टीटास्किंग वुमन इज द एसेट फॉर द नेशन, नॉट फॉर हिंदुस्तान but internationally, women, as the two international women sitting here, and I'm very glad meeting you all. Thank you.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful, ma'am. So my take from you that upbringing plays a great role, right? If a female who are able to fight with their challenges, so upbringing plays a very great role. I would like to share a little story here. Uh, when I was searching, I was looking to change my career, right? I was in a training, and I wanted to be an entrepreneur, right? And I'm a only female in my family who is working. So I was looking, and my family was telling, oh, what are you thinking, Nidhi? Everything is going good. Why you are doing all these things, and business, entrepreneurship, it doesn't suits us. And one day my father came to me, and he said to me, see, let's we will talk. I can't give you so much things, but I can give you one advice. Do whatever you want to do. Listen yourself, not others. And that moment tricked me, and it tricked me always, and it gave me goosebumps, and it gave me energy. Because yes, it is it I feel this in my life. When your parents support you, when parents come ahead and say that we are with you silently, but we are with you, right? It gives you a lot of strength, a lot of strength. So it is my request to all parents: support your children, right? Don't create a differentiate. It's a boy, it's a girl. Everyone has a unique. Everyone has a right to dream. Support them. That's wonderful. Well, now I would like to bring also Tule in the discussion now, as she is working for gender equality. So also Tule, what is your experience that when you go in the society and when you see the discrimination of a female, and family is not supporting, or society is not supporting, or female feeling a depression in herself? So what is your experience, why it's happening in society, and how you're fighting all these things at your level?
Okay, thank you, Nidhi. Um, I'm someone who experienced gender discrimination myself, and it's that experience that I had that premised my activism for gender equality. So I have quite an experience in the field. When I was growing up, I faced numerous rejection. In fact, my mother didn't give birth to a male child, and in my community, it's a very important thing to have a male child. So if you don't have a male child, you face rejection, you face discrimination, you are being mocked. So that's how we
Oh.
grew. Yeah, yeah. So she didn't have a male child. We're all girls. She had 5 girls. We're all girls in my family. So having grown up in this kind of environment and having experienced this myself, it's something to hear it from other people, and it's something for you to have experienced it. So I was a first-hand experience of gender inequality. I experienced it, and that has influenced my decision to fight for equality, my decision to challenge gender stereotypes and other disadvantages that women and girls face in my community. So, so far so good. We have been able to reach out to many people, to students, to women and girls. We have done lots of sensitization, and one very good thing is girls are ready to stand up, girls are ready to fight, girls are ready to take their destiny by their hands. And when you see that, you are encouraged. It's something for you to be willing to do it, then take it by force. If you're not willing to do it, then you cannot take it by force. So having conversations with young girls, having conversations with students, we know that girls are dreaming big. When you ask them what they want to be, they tell you they want to be president. It's encouraging that girls are already dreaming to become president. Unlike before, where they will tell you they want to be wives of presidents, they don't want to be the president. So when we go out to schools, when we go out to have conversations with these girls, we tell them the right thing. To those who are not yet oriented, because we have so many of them who are not yet oriented, if you ask some of them, do you want to venture into politics? They will tell you no, they don't want to venture into politics because politics is for men. So we try to correct some of those stereotypes, some of those values that have already been imbibed in them while they were growing up. So we try to correct them. So far, I believe so much in sensitization, because issues of gender stereotypes and gender inequality is a culture that have for years, for long existed. And it takes sensitization, it takes constant mentorship, constant education for you to be able to change the direction of the person's thinking. The thinking has already been focused on this particular. When you're growing up as a child, phrases, stereotype phrases that they use, it tends to diminish you. It tends to reduce, to put you in a box. It tends to put you in a box. So, but as we go out, as we interact with communities, with families, with parents, even parents who do not believe in girl-child education, with our seminars, we believe that, yeah, with our seminars and sensitization, constantly talking about the importance of education for a girl child, we believe that things are coming together, things are changing, but we are not yet there yet, but it's a gradual process and things are changing, and we believe that it's to change permanently.
Wow, wow, that's wonderful. Ozatullah, I must say you are fighting a real cause in a society. Education is a right of every child. Doesn't matter who is male or female, boy or girl. It doesn't matter. Education is a universal right of every child. And really, I just pray that you reach the success, you achieve your goal, what you have set for your foundation. So well, हम बहुत बहुत जगहों पर ये सब चीज़ें आज भी हम बहुत आगे निकल आए हैं, बहुत डेवलपमेंट हम लोगों ने देख लिया है, हम टेक्नोलॉजी में अपने डेवलपमेंट्स देख रहे हैं, लेकिन स्टिल कितना भी हम टेक्नोलॉजी को डेवलप कर ले, ये माइंडसेट कैसे डेवलप होगा, ये चेंजेस कैसे आएंगे, ये आज भी हमारे लिए एक बहुत बड़ा क्वेश्चन है. But we have one psychologist from Oman with us, Miss Tanuja. Now I would like to come to you that why female, what do you think that why females are facing that kind of issues and क्यों ये सब challenges जो हैं वो life में हैं, और क्या psychology एक female की होती है, how she fight with all these things.
Thank you very much, Nidhi, for the very question. Definitely, when we talk about the problems, this scenario, complain, we deliberate, but ultimately we think about why. First is why. I always believe as a professional as well as a person that if we have to look for solutions for any problem for that matter, first we need to know and acknowledge there is a problem, any sort of thing. Second, we need to understand. I feel knowing and understanding are two different, areas altogether. You may know, but you may not understand the real integrity of the thing. So what I'm saying is from knowing, moving towards understanding. And when we understand, when we accept the matter of fact, what it is, then we are in a better frame of mind to look for solutions or possibilities or the potential, what can be done. This understanding part plays a very, very, crucial role in the whole process. And problem is, as an individual, we all, including me, okay, be a male or a female, I'm not taking the gender at the moment, that is definitely part and parcel of the whole game. But at the same time, saying the individual perspective, at the same time, the social. Altogether, when it constitutes a sort of culture or the environment, when the generation after generation, we are passing on the values, the practices, the mindsets, the ethics. Are you getting it? This is a whole change. It's a big game, if you see. Right? So problem is, coming back to the understanding part, when we try to understand what happened, we become too selfish as an individual at times, or as a society, region-wise, religion-wise, community-wise, gender-wise, even including that. When we talk about feminism, I would like to bring to the notice, there are problems, okay, of every sort, gender-related also when we talk about the feminism, but there are issues where there are issues with the male counterparts as well. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? We become selfish as an individual. We become selfish as a gender. We become selfish, political agendas, religious agendas, individual agendas, or gender agendas. And that's where the whole purpose is lost. Because everybody is playing very selfishly. as if I'm in a situation, I'm trouble, I would like to talk about it. I would like to raise about it. Somebody else is going through it. I don't give it a damn. I'm sure you all will
it happens.
Get into the nitty-gritty of it. Problem is, big policies are coming in terms of laws and these sort of favors, feminism, this law, that law. Why so much of failure then? Have we given it a thought? In one of the sessions, I have mentioned this part, all these laws which are coming as a support to empower, right, or to provide some sort of support, these are required at time. But what happened after a while, these become like a plaster, which falls off after a while. If you're not maintaining the foundations well, plaster can't sustain the structure for long. And it loses its purpose altogether. The rules, regulation which are made in terms of empowerment for people, women themselves start misusing that. So trust is also shaken. The mutual trust of the different participants of the society, that gets shaken. And that's where everything falls apart. All the efforts made falls apart.
Right.
Understanding of the whole integrity of the whole, this ecosystem, I should call it, right? And being genuinely involved and willing to contribute or work for it, that only can help. And for that, we all have to be a male or a female or Nidhi or Tanuja or anybody ABC. We have to come out of that and look at it at a wider, in a wider way. Then only the solution could happen. So my thing is, when you ask, what are the reasons, definitely we'll always complain about, this is conditioning, this is the environment, this is upbringing, this is all that. After that, what? So my response to this is a little bit making everybody think about the solution part, why it is not happening. We all know what are the causes. All the time we have been repeatedly, engaging into deliberations, half of the time, same thing they're repeating, but where we are leading with that. So my take on that is, unfortunately, I would say psychologically, we all become so disintegrated as an individual, as a society, as I said earlier, for different reasons, and become selfish. And that's the reason it's not leading anywhere else.
Yes, right. If you want to be a voice, then come together, right? And don't raise your voice only for yourself. Just raise your voice for your colleague or your friends, for others too. That's very true, Tanuja. I have seen people that I want change, but I want change for me. But when situations comes for other, we suddenly start to think traditionally, right? We started to talk traditionally.
Main reason I feel is psychologically that we all are too selfish and disintegrated. We talk about empathy, but we don't really care. If you see that, that's the reason change is not happening.
You are frozen.
I guess the year somebody's.
Yes, absolutely right, Tanuja. If really we want some changes, if we really want to make this world very beautiful, to a peaceful world, a very beautiful world, and make it easy to live, simple for everyone, right? For our coming generation also, right? So we have to come together and we have to raise the voice and we have to understand the definition of self. Yes, we have to recreate the definition of selflessness.
I hope I have been able to answer your question. I mean, I was trying to be brief as far as possible.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tanuja. And now I would take turn towards Srisha. Srisha, you are a business coach. You are dealing with a lot of females, right?
Yes.
So, what is your experience till now? What is the challenges of female when they come out and they want to grow themselves?
Okay. I'll start off by telling you what I faced when I started off.
Sure.
I was very young when I decided to leave the corporate world and start a business. I literally started a business without knowing what I was getting into. Maybe if I knew what I was getting into, I wouldn't have jumped into it so early on. And the biggest challenge that I faced was a mix of being a girl and being young. I wanted to do team building, leadership. Back then, I wasn't certified in NLP, and I would go talk to HR managers, and they wouldn't take me seriously. And I could see it written on their faces. What is this young girl going to teach us? Regardless of the fact that I have been the youngest participant to ever participate in an international workshop called Leadership Grid, regardless of the fact that I have studied on 3 different continents and I have so much international exposure, regardless of the fact that I was a Belbin team role certified consultant at the age of 21, all of that didn't matter to them. All they saw was this young little girl who wanted to come and teach us. What are you going to train? And the kind of offers they gave me or the kind of money they were willing to pay me was peanuts. It didn't work out. And I did something that for a long time I thought, you know what, I want to do this myself. I don't want to take help. And this is something that a lot of people have. They don't want to take help from anyone, especially if you look at young girls who have the strong mentality. I want to make it on my own. I don't need other people's help. And over time, through experience, I've realized that that doesn't get you anywhere in life. You can't go around, however strong you are, you can't go around without getting help. And I did something which was very smart according to me back, and I still think it's smart. I made my dad take leave from work, join me. I showed his gray hair as experience, gray hair metaphorically, of course, and said that this is the team, I have the experience, now give me work. And it started working for 2 reasons. One, he knew how to sell. I didn't know how to sell. So I could use that. And they saw experience, and then it started, working out for them. And it's made sense. At the same time, when we started going for work together, over time, actually, I realized that Dad and I made a wonderful team. So we joined forces. He left his corporate job, joined me in business. And we started going for sales calls together. And another challenge that I started facing was people always thought he was the boss. And I was his subordinate. And my dad has always been so supportive of me that before anybody made a comment like that, he would always say, she's my daughter, actually, he would introduce. And he would continue that with, she's also my boss.
Wow.
So when Dr. Neeru was talking about how parents play a huge role in the way you are brought up or in anything that you do, literally. In my business, my dad has played a huge role in pushing me forward, making sure that I was confident, making sure that even if anything like this happened, he would always make sure that people knew she's the boss, she's the one. In the beginning, it was necessary. Over time, of course, I learned how to carry myself when I learned how to project my power across. When people started taking me seriously, it wasn't needed anymore. So when I was younger, it was needed, definitely. And that is a challenge that I see not just with myself, I see it happening with others as well. If there is a room and there are men and women and it's just assumed that the girl there, if she's younger or even if she's not younger, is a subordinate or is an assistant or is the one who's supposed to be taking notes. There have been instances where I've been at a client's place and the HR head there started talking rudely to me, expecting me to do some work. And I had to raise my voice and say, HR head, but I'm the CEO of my company, and cut that off. So things like this do happen, and I know that they happen more for women. So this is a challenge that a lot of women face. I think that another reason is that people don't take it very positively when they see women in power is because of this kind of an entire upbringing, I would say, or experience that women have. Women start noticing it a lot more and it becomes very irritating when someone automatically assumes you're the subordinate, or when someone automatically assumes you're an assistant, and that comes out when women speak. Uh, so women in power have gone through all of this, and when they are in a certain position and people don't respect that position, it comes out in maybe in yelling, or it comes out as the woman being extra strong than she would normally be, and then it becomes a cycle. But what people don't realize is, if a woman in a higher position is coming out strong, is coming out very aggressively, it's because people have pushed her to that corner. People have behaved in a certain way that she feels the need to assert her authority. Otherwise, you're not going to listen. So there are challenges for young women, there are challenges for older women, there are challenges for inexperienced women, there are challenges for very experienced women as well. It's all over the place. And the only advice that I would give to women in such conditions is, regardless of what anyone says, know the power that's within you. It doesn't matter. I mean, I know it's easy to say it doesn't matter, and in that moment you do get affected. But this is something that I have learned at a very small age, and I try my best to follow. There is a gap between your stimulus and your response. As long as we take those few seconds, take a breath when an event happens, and just remind ourselves, doesn't matter what they say, we
Exactly.
are, and we have reached here with our own capabilities, and you know what you're doing, so go ahead and do it. I think that reaction will not come, and uh, even if not the reaction, you won't even feel that bad when there is a discrimination, uh, or there is an extra challenge just because you're a woman. That's what I would say.
Right. Wow. Super. Really. It's true. It's well true, Srisha. Every woman face all these things. Yes, Niru ma'am, you want to add something else?
No, I was appreciating Srisha in a very, she articulated it wonderfully. I think she set an example for others. It is very important, Srisha, as you said, that personality trait and individual strength both are very important. How you're using that in a particular situation, you have to breath, you have to take few seconds before you react. So I think we have to respond, rather than react, so automatically things will come under our control. So this is, I think the women, where they are working in the any whatever position, as a principal, director, CEO, entrepreneur, so I think it happens with everyone, Trisha, right? So wonderful.
Really.
Yeah,
Yes.
may I? Because when Srisha was explaining, I know I could literally relate with what she's talking about. And because Nidhi had been asking everybody their challenges, I think she's looking for solutions only from me. And I was like, listen to my challenges as well.
Definitely, I will come to you. I would like to know that what challenges you face. Every female has a lot of story, and unki stories में 99% challenges होते हैं, and 1% at 1% they say कि हाँ अभी सब ठीक है. इतना challenges face क्या होता है अपनी life में. So we all have a lot of stories, and really I'm agree with Sirisha that आपका काम बोलता है. It is your work, it is your talent, right? So let's people talk about your personality, about your age, right? And let them think that उन्होंने शायद आपको गलत जज कर लिया, right? ये उनको सोचने दीजिए कि मैंने गलत सोचा. वो सोचेंगे एक दिन. Don't worry. आप जो कर रहे हैं उसे करते रहिए, soundfully करते रहिए, and definitely they will recognize you, and they will ignore what kind of personality you have and what is your age, your subordinate or your boss. Doesn't matter, dear. मे बी पॉसिबल कि जो बॉस है वो सबॉर्डिनेट की हेल्प लेता है. स्मार्ट कोई भी हो सकता है, और वो आगे सामने आ ही जाता है जब आप काम करते हैं. सो कीप कंटिन्यू, राइट? Yes, Tanuja.
I was saying, even here, the very principle work, as you rightly said, you have to be yourself, who you are. Because if I could just mention my example, I'm 44, right? And people still don't, as she was talking, as Trisha was talking about, in terms of age and maturity, there have been interviews where people have judged me with my like height or looks. And one very funny comment, if I may share here, this was one of the very big school where I went, and the president's wife who was sitting around, the comment was, she is tender si to hai, ek counseling karegi. That was in Punjabi. I cannot forget that dialogue. Tender si to hai, ek counseling karegi. And till now that echoes. And when I mentioned, ma'am, please have a look at my work which I have done.
Right.
She herself had taken me with her to show me the school. It was a residential school.
Yes,
right?
yes. This is not my personality. This is not my personality which is going to help you. This is my work. This is my skills. This is my experience which are going to help you. Right. So my next question goes to Miss Nidhi. She's a branding expert. Nidhi, you are making others brand, and before making a brand, you have to make brand yourself. So what is your branding story? Did you face also that kind of experiences? You will make us brand, really? Did you heard any kind of statement in your life
Not
journey?
exactly, Nidhi, not such kind of statement, because I was prepared before I jumped into the market, before I came to the face to my clients and the market. So I was prepared. I was pretty enough strong to face all those things. Even if someone could comment, I could face that because I was ready. I will do it. Whatever anyone says. So I was ready from my background, from my family, because my family has the support that yes, you can do. So really, nothing matters when you have your family as a back and as your support. So as your back support, then nothing matters what the word is saying. If they believe you, you can do, then you can do. So not specifically I face this challenge that what you will do. So luckily, I did not face it.
So what was your challenges in your life, in your journey, in your success story? What was your challenges?
If I say the challenge as per gender inequality, I did not face, but yes, in corporate world it is. If you are at the same level, you are doing the similar work, then obviously male gets more promotion, more heights and all, and the female gets little. I don't know why, because they believe that they have more responsibility toward their home, towards their family. So I don't know what's in their mind, but yes, it exists in the corporates, because they think that you have to take care of your family as well, your kids as well. So you get that disadvantage of getting the responsible position at corporate. So I could foresee all those things, and I left the corporate when I had given birth to my baby. So I knew that now I'm going to face all those challenges. So I left corporate job, and then I started my own work, my own business. Yes, started from scratch. When I had at the very good level in corporate, earning very good salary, and suddenly I left all those things because I could foresee these challenges that I have to face. So I just started from the scratch in this training work. And then I'm from the HR background. I was HR in corporate as well. I'm from educational as well. I have done MBA HR. Then currently I'm doing entirely different things, like I'm doing marketing and branding. Yes, I faced many challenges, but still all of those challenges did not matter to me, just because my family, in fact my in-laws are also there. They have given me free hand. If you're doing business, do that. If you do not have the time to give to the house, all those houseworks, all those house chores, we will have someone to do that, to support you. But because you are educated girl and obviously you have aspirations, so you have to follow that. So I'm so privileged, I'm so lucky at my mom's place as well, at in-laws place as well, that I did not face so much of challenge. But all those challenges were just the business challenges, all the, you can say, your similar kind of challenges which everyone faces in the business world, but not due to gender and all. So I had been so strong. So one thing which I want to suggest, and what helped me, that my parents always, they never discriminated as my brother, or even if it's me, into even if they have to like spend money in my education, they never discriminated, like because she is girl we will spend something less to her, or to boy they will spend something. In fact, they had spent more on my education than my brother. And there is where you get the confidence from your parents. And yes, one thing which I suggest, that never be overprotective to a girl, which my parents never done that. And this is the reason that now I'm so bold that I can go anywhere in the world by myself without giving a second thought, because they had given me that free hand that okay, go anywhere. When I was just 16 and 17, and I'm from a small town, Meerut, where Nidhi is. So she knows the society there. You cannot step out. You are like everyone looks at to you what you are dressing and all those things. And at that time, my parents had given so much liberty to me, so much freedom, that if you have interview at Delhi, go to Delhi. When you were just new to that word, like Delhi, it's like so big kind of city. So they never been so overprotective towards me. And this is the reason that I really appreciate them and thankful to them. Today, I'm so bold that I can go anywhere and I can do it myself now.
Wow, that's wonderful. So I would like to say to my viewers, if you are listening, then please come to know about that. You have the power, you have the strength to change the world, right? You can give the strength to your girls. You can give them a chance to be very bold and to be very strong. And now, as I would like to take turn towards Koshki Sodhi. As Koshki, we are very aware of your contribution towards your education, women empowerment, and humanity services, right? You do a lot of these things towards that. I would like to know that what inspires to you to do all these things.
हेलो निधि एंड एवरीवन, रियली वेरी नाइस स्टोरीज ऑफ एवरीवन. बहुत अच्छा लगा सुनकर, सब इतना अच्छा अपनी फील्ड में कर रहे हैं और मुझे आज लग रहा है कि मैं तो बहुत पीछे हूँ, मुझे बहुत सीखना है और आप सब इतने सीनियर्स, इतने बड़े हैं. सो आई एम वेरी मच ग्लैड टू मीट यू ऑल टुडे एंड बी अ पार्ट ऑफ दिस बिग 8 फीमेल circle. So, Nidhi, I was born in a family of a joint family and been a very protective environment. बचपन से I was not allowed to go out. My brothers used to take care of me, and I was like a princess to them. So मेरे को exposure बहुत कम मिला था मेरी young age में, and at very early age I got married. But एक चीज मेरे my father used to teach me, और उन्होंने मुझे जो exposure दिया बचपन में कि before doing something, in life, लर्न टू हेल्प अदर्स. जो आपके पास ऑलरेडी है उससे आप किसी की अगर हेल्प कर सकते हैं तो डू दैट. तो मुझे वो बचपन से ना एक इंस्पिरेशन था कि माय फादर यूज्ड टू टीच मी कि गिव कीप सम पार्ट ऑफ योर पॉकेट मनी टू हेल्प अदर्स. इफ यू कांट हेल्प फाइनेंशियली, you can listen to them. You can listen to the problems, even that can help them. So these things were into my mind from childhood कि हाँ बचपन से I have like this kind of mindset. एंड जैसे कि रीमा मैम ने कहा कि, और अभी तनुजा मैम ने कहा, नीरू मैम ने कहा कि आपकी अपब्रिंगिंग आपको बहुत इंसान कैसा बनते हैं उस पे बहुत फोकस्ड माइंडसेट बनाता है. तो मेरा अपब्रिंगिंग बहुत इस तरीके से रहा और स्पिरिचुअल ग्राउंड पे मैं बहुत कनेक्टेड थी, जहाँ पे गीता का आई वाज आई लव टू रीड गीता इन माय चाइल्डहुड. जब मैं 6-7 years की थी तब से. So I used to know that I learned the main thing, that there are 4 type of yugas which were quoted in Gita. That is Sat Yuga, Treta Yuga. Maybe this is something out of the limelight, but still, and Dwapar Yuga and Kal Yuga. So in Sat Yuga there is bad and evil in separate world. And in Treta Yuga, they are in the same world. And in Dwapar Yuga, in the same family. And in Kal Yuga, in the same person. So my dad used to tell me, you have to be good or bad, that depends upon you. तो आपको पहले अपने आप को अच्छा करना है before getting, a better person, better human being. So that was into me from bachpan. And one more thing, I used to go to the Mother Teresa Foundation, to teach the children there, वहाँ पे जो बच्चे होते थे, to help the old age person. And one thing happened in my 16, when I was 16, that turned me as a, turned me towards getting all these things, to do all these better things. was I met one acid attack woman there and she was helping them. So I was like, what, why you are doing so? Like, itna aapke andar kaise ye power hai that you are doing so kind of a thing after getting such much of pain. So she told me like, ye to hua hai, but if I can, you know, I am doing this because abhi main kar sakti hu, mere andar ye abhi bhi ye will hai. So that was a change in my life, that I want to do something connected to this thing, to empowering others, whether in form of women empowerment, whether in form of education, whether in form of child education or anything. So ये सब चीजें एक पार्ट थे, एक पाथ था. So पर मुझे कभी एक्सपोजर उस लाइन में मिला नहीं. Then too I was not, you know, able to get financially support. I never asked even to help that financial support from family or something. मेरे माइंड में बहुत कुछ था, बट क्या करना है वो नहीं पता था, राइट पाथ नहीं पता था. Then I got married in my 23, 24, and I moved to US. And there again, I met one woman circle. They were working for the independent women movement and all these things. So I was very much inspired that, and again in my life, I was, you know, facing all these things. So I thought that this is my what motive is, what I'm looking for. Yehi mera ek, you know, original path hai to go forward. Then after coming back to India, I started a hashtag Innovative India movement, and I wrote a letter to All India Council, and they, you know, they had an interview and they asked me questions, and जो भी उनका था, उनका जो movement था, उन्होंने वो किया, and they provided me the post as a women empowerment. So that helped me. एक चीज मैंने जो सीखी, without position, no one take you seriously. तो वो पोजीशन मेरे को लगता है उसके बाद आई व्हाट आई स्टार्टेड वाज, लोगों ने उसको पहचाना, लोगों ने उसको समझा, लोगों ने उसको एक तरीके से अपनाया. एंड दैट वाज अ चेंज. दैट हैशटैग इनोवेटिव इंडिया वाज अ मूवमेंट वेयर वी आर वर्किंग ऑन एजुकेशन, चाइल्ड अवेयरनेस, बच्चों के लिए है, वुमेन के लिए है, वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट के लिए. व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट, इट एक्चुअली है कि वी वांट टू चेंज द माइंडसेट ऑफ मेन टुवर्ड्स वुमेन. एंड द जेंडर इनइक्वालिटी जहाँ पे आती है, हम बात करते हैं, तो वहाँ पे सबसे पहले हम लोगों को इस चीज का समझना है कि जो रिसोर्सेज हैं वो सबके लिए इक्वल है. वी कांट से कि ये वुमेन के लिए, ये मेन के लिए. कई जगह हम देखते हैं जहाँ पे चॉइसेस मेक करना होता है, जब बड़े डिसीजंस होते हैं, बिग डिसीजंस होते हैं, वी कीप, यू नो, द हाउसवाइफ्स आर ओके, आप पीछे रहिए, द मैन विल टेक द डिसीजन. सो ये सब चीजें जो है, ये माइंडसेट को चेंज करने के लिए आई एम टेकिंग द लाइव सेशंस, टॉकिंग टू लॉट ऑफ पीपल, मीटिंग लॉट ऑफ न्यू पीपल. उनका जो एक सोचने का नजरिया है, उनकी जो सोच है, उसको सामने ला रही हूँ, ताकि जो हाउसवाइफ है, इवन दे कैन अंडरस्टैंड दैट सिटिंग एट होम ऑल्सो यू कैन बी एम्पावर्ड. So that is my motive, and I think I'm reaching out people, but still more to do. अभी बहुत है line में, and I'm meeting a lot of people, good people like you. So thank you so much.
Wow, wow, really, Koshki, you're doing a wonderful work. I should clap for that. Really, you're doing a wonderful work,
Thank you.
a wonderful job. Uh, my next question is related to this actually, and I would like to go with Reena ma'am, because Reena ma'am is suitable to give that answer as we have discussed about it before. Ma'am, as Koshki ने जैसे कहा कि आप फीमेल हैं और आप ये नहीं कर सकते हो, आपको ऐसा नहीं करना, इस तरह का माइंडसेट बहुत ज्यादा होता है. लेकिन मैंने देखा है कुछ फीमेल्स खुद को ही बहुत ज्यादा बाउंड खुद कर लेती हैं कि नहीं, बिकॉज आई एम अ फीमेल आई एम नॉट अलाउड टू ऑल दीज थिंग्स. हम खुद भी अपने आसपास एक शैल बना लेते हैं, उस शैल में हम बहुत कंफर्टेबल फील करते हैं. मैम, क्या कहना चाहेंगे आप इस स्टेटमेंट पे?
मैम, 2 एग्जांपल्स दूंगी मैं आपको. एक, when I was hardly 23-year-old, I got an offer from Trinity College of London from the director himself, because he visited India and they have to launch TOEFL in India at that time. And I was the host in the entire India for them. And he was so very impressed that he offered me a job with 6 months training in London, and then, you know, come back to India and do it. इस टाइम मेरी प्रायोरिटीज कुछ और थी, बच्चे छोटे थे, एजुकेशन कंप्लीट नहीं थी. शायद किसी ने रोका नहीं, बट मैंने खुद को लिमिट किया. और दूसरा टारगेट मुझे मिला था when in 2018 when I joined NISA. NISA is National Independent School Alliance, having more than 66,000 private budget schools under its flagship Pan India. When I got that opportunity, I can proudly quote it that I'm the only female core committee member in NISA. In the history of NISA, you can say, because it is a 11-year-old organization, and till date, except me, no female has ever entered into it and got, to the core committee directly. So it depends on the situations and you have to decide. वो कहते हैं जब लड़ाई अपनों से हो तो हार जाना चाहिए और जब लड़ाई खुद से हो तो जीतना बहुत जरूरी है.
Wow. Wow.
So it actually it makes a difference. Really makes a difference कि उस टाइम पे अगर 23 ईयर की एज में मैंने ट्रिनिटी ज्वाइन कर लिया होता तो आज शायद मैं नीसा में नहीं होती. बच्चों का मुझे नहीं पता क्या होता, बट हाँ एक बहुत सक्सेसफुल बिजनेस वुमेन होती जो अदरवाइज भी एज इट वाज रिटन या हार्ड वर्क या व्हाटएवर इट इज आई एम टुडे. आई फील दैट मीन्स. और अगर वही डिसीजन मैंने उसके 15 साल बाद लिया तो भी कुछ खास नुकसान नहीं उठाया. एटलीस्ट आई एम अ प्राउड मदर टू, and I can say my son is going abroad for his higher education. My daughter is in 3rd year. She is doing BBA LLB. She is selected in merit. तो ठीक है यार, फैमिली के साथ साथ पैरेलली आपने काम किया. और मैं कोट करना चाहूंगी, निधि मैम ने भी कहा था कि बहुत जगह पे हम लोगों को कुछ कॉम्प्रोमाइज करना पड़ता है. और मैम ने एक और ने मेंशन किया था कि एज देखकर बात कर रहे होते हैं. मैम फ्रेंकली स्पीकिंग, व्हेन आई जॉइंड दिस प्रोफेशनल लाइफ आई वाज हार्डली 20 एंड कई बार ये होता था कि सामने वाला रिश्ता ही लेकर आ जाता था कि एक काम करो जी, आपका रिश्ता हम ले आए हैं. और उन्हें ये 20 से लेके 25 तक ये सिनेरियो चला था. जब यू आर अ टीचर, यू आर देयर इन द स्कूल और यू आर अ रिसेप्शनिस्ट और एट डिफरेंट पोजीशंस यू आर, और आप ही के रिश्ते आ रहे हैं और पता चलता है कि जिसको आप रिश्ता, जिसको प्रपोजल दे रहे हो, शी इज द डॉटर ऑफ द चेयरपर्सन ऑफ द स्कूल. तो बहुत सारी चीजें वी हैव गॉन थ्रू एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट स्टूपिड रीजंस आई हैव स्टार्टेड पुटिंग 0 number 6 and I used to have good hairs, long hairs. तो बन बनाना शुरू कर दिया था टू लुक मैच्योर इनफ विद अ बिंदी एंड सिंदूर एंड मंगलसूत्र, कि सामने वाले को एक गलतफहमी ही ना हो कि नहीं मैरिड नहीं है तो वी कैन सेंड अ प्रपोजल टू हर. तो ये सारी चीजें जो मतलब आई थिंक कहीं ना कहीं आप और मैं एक दूसरे से कोरिलेट कर पाएंगे. हम लोगों की लाइफ में ये सब कुछ हुआ है.
बिल्कुल
सब कुछ हुआ है. जो सेक्सुअल असॉल्ट की आप बात कर रहे थे, सेक्सुअल एक्सप्लॉयटेशन की बात हम लोग कर रहे थे. I won't name that government department. I went there and the man who was about to retire, he started जैसे झुककर नमस्ते की, he started from head and I don't know when he came to the shoulder and he slipped to the waist and I told him who I am and I was being told कि when you want to reach high, obliged to करना पड़ता है. So don't look at me the way I am today. I've gone through all of this,
right?
All of this, directly or indirectly, we all are traveling in the same boat. It hardly matters you belong to which family. What matters is when you move out of your house, from that comfort zone, when you move out, somewhere or the other, you have to go through all these things. I think I joined my school in the year 2003 and 2004 I got first prize at Republic Day parade. जो 26 जनवरी की परेड होती है, नेशनल लेवल पे फर्स्ट प्राइज मिला था मेरे स्कूल को. एंड आई वाज लाइक नाउ आई एम समथिंग, वो फीलिंग आती है आपके अंदर कि इतनी कम उम्र में यू आर जस्ट 24 25 एंड यू गॉट दैट बिग रिकॉग्निशन. But then the same people, they come to you and they say, don't you think you need to make some compromises for this? So बहुत सारी चीजें होती हैं लाइफ में जो हम लोग, because we females are sitting here, we can talk about it, we can share it with us each other, but we can't even share the things with our families even, because they think that you are moving out. But an इज्जत का टोकरा which is only on your head. Sorry to use such words. आदमी के सिर पर नहीं होता, whether he comes late or he doesn't come so the night, but it is being, taken care by only the daughter, the daughter-in-law, the sister, the bhabhi, the bahu, whichever role you are playing, you are the one who is carrying it for both the families.
Yeah, right मैम इनफैक्ट उस इज्जत के टोकरे में जो कचरा भर रहा होता है वो कोई और होता है, लेकिन वो टोकरा हमें ही ढोना होता है। ये हमारी सोसाइटी का एक ऐसा पॉइंट है, आई नेवर अंडरस्टैंड। we cannot imagine a world without men, we cannot imagine a world without women. We need both, right, to grow well, to move ahead. But still जब भी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज की बात आती है या जब भी सो कॉल्ड इज्जत की बात आती है तो हमें सिर्फ एक स्ट्रॉन्ग पर्सनालिटी दिखाई देती है, दैट इज अ फीमेल।
So now whenever I look at I witness a strong woman, whenever I want to know what dark did she conquer in her story. Mountains do not rise without earthquakes. Of course, we all have gone through those earthquakes, and that's why we are mountains and hills today.
Yes, exactly. Yes, friends, my viewers, I would like to say to my viewers that किसी की भी स्टोरी डिफरेंट नहीं है, स्ट्रगल्स किसी के कुछ कम है, किसी के ज्यादा है। एक बार मुझे किसी ने बोला था कि प्रॉब्लम्स आर एवरीवेयर, राइट? पॉइंट मैटर क्या करता है, समवेयर मोर समवेयर लेस, बस इतना डिफरेंस है। प्रॉब्लम्स आर एवरीवेयर। हम सबकी लाइफ के स्ट्रगल्स ऑलमोस्ट सेम होते हैं, जो डिफरेंस क्रिएट करता है वो दैट इज कि हमने वो स्ट्रगल फेस कैसे किए हैं, हमने उनको किस तरीके से लिया है, व्हाट वाज माय टेक अवेज एंड हाउ आई हैंडल विद ऑल दीज थिंग्स, राइट? मैंने खुद को प्रिपेयर कैसे किया, मैं आगे कैसे बढ़ी, ये मैटर करता है।
नीरू मैम, एक चीज मैं कहना चाहूंगी, ऑफिशियली नहीं अनऑफिशियली, कुछ लोग जिंदगी में ऐसे भी आते हैं जो दिन में बहुत साहू और 8 बजे के बाद हकीकत उनकी सामने आती है।
right.
तो थोड़ा सा अवेयर होके रहिए, क्योंकि कुछ लोग 8 बजे के बाद ब्रॉडकास्ट लिस्ट में बहुत कुछ ऐसा लिखते हैं जो ब्रॉडकास्ट मैसेज लिखकर उसे खत्म कर देते हैं, बट एक्चुअली समवेयर दे आर defaming the females connected to them. After 8, they have got that buffer time. Now nobody can challenge us because everybody knows after 8 men are not Sufi. So we can take the liberty of doing any nonsense about any female in this particular duration, and that will be taken as पीने के बाद बोल दिया होगा यार, hardly matters. But do they speak that same bullshit about the mother, about their sister, about their own daughters? No.
Right.
So it depends on us whether we talk to them again or we just ignore, avoid, and move on in our life. And I have finally learned to move on and leaving such people behind.
Right. Wow. Ma'am, it's a powerful point. Yes, Neeru ma'am.
Reena ma'am said right, and I would like to conclude because no, everyone is coming out with such a valid point and the reality and the facts and the situation they have gone through, right? So point number one, as Madam Kaushiki said, even from the childhood, when a boy and girl, the two children, maybe at the difference of 1 year in the family, so automatically parents, they bring dolls and that the kind of games for the girl, baby kind of games for girls, and even for boys, they really do have different kind of games. So from beginning we just segregate them, girls का games है and boys का game है. So it is very important, as we all said, कि हमें क्या करना चाहिए in the beginning. So we should not segregate them, no disparity between them. We have to just make them bold enough to face the challenging world. And as now Reena madam said that yes, the women, I mean, they are treated at certain levels, and yes, they have to become bold enough and strong enough. And it is very important, I mean, on the public platform, even we all are saying, we accept and say that it is very important to reject people who are wrong with any women. any women. It's up to you that you're giving the space to them to talk to you, and that if you know the intention of a person, you know that, because behind every action there is an intention. If you know the intention of a person, be very alert, be very careful, because this is the purpose of education. This is only the purpose, that we need to see what is right and what is wrong. No, and this is only the reason the CBSE is also teaching even the bad touch and the good touch even to the girl child.
Neeru
That is,
ma'am, I would like to add here, like we have to teach our students or children that it's okay for boys to cry. We always teach them, okay, no, boys are, they are hard, they are girls used to
true,
cry. So
absolutely,
we have to
absolutely,
tell them that it's okay to express the emotion. बचपन से that will give them the equality कि girls भी उतना ही level पे they are emotionally
absolutely,
balanced, and boys भी उसी level पे they are balanced. So I think that is
absolutely.
more required.
Right.
And even Reena madam would agree that even for girls, no, the teaching profession is made. Yes or no? 90% of people that yes, when it is the principal post and this female, preferably female, teachers preferably female. So when feminism, we speak about feminism, we always speak about equality for all genders, equality for all genders. So even if any woman would like to go into construction work and all, we cannot imagine a girl in the construction work, boy the hairstylist, boy that. So this is the part where we need to be very this, that whatever, do whatever you want to do, but that too, that you have to maintain the legacy. You have to see that how you need to just give lesson to other upcoming generation, because it is very important. Discipline, patience, compassion, these things are very important. And truly speaking, rejection also is very important. Reject people who are polluting the environment. It is very, very important. Thank
Right.
you.
Neeru ma'am, I would like
When
yes.
Nidhi ma'am called me yesterday and she was like, I want to talk to you about, you have gone through some disease few days back. And that very moment I was like, I haven't discussed it with my family. तो उस पर्टिकुलर मोमेंट पे आई वांट टू से टू यू निधि मैम, अपना सब कुछ कुर्बान कर चुकी, वो सब कुछ अपनों के नाम कर चुकी, किसी को पता भी ना चलने दिया, वो अपने पंख तक नीलाम कर चुकी.
Wow.
Wow, that's so beautiful.
So touchy, ma'am. So touchy.
I think you all can relate to it because we never let even our kids or the family or the husband or our soulmate, whether it's a friend or a philosopher or a guide or a mentor or a mother or whosoever, get to know what the hell we are going through just to maintain the peace and the harmony around us.
Right. Absolutely right, ma'am. Absolutely right. कोई भी हम सबकी लाइफ में, एक फीमेल की लाइफ में ये सेटबैक है. आप अपनी फैमिली के लिए, लाइफ के लिए, अपनी सराउंडिंग्स के लिए, जितना भी आप जो कुछ भी करते हो, राइट. सो एक स्टेटमेंट जरूर आता है कि आप जो भी कर रहे हो ना, अपने लिए कर रहे हो, राइट. हम पे एहसान नहीं है. अब उन्हें क्या पता कि एहसान के पीछे की कहानी कितनी लंबी है और उसमें कितना कुछ हम अपना गंवा बैठे हैं, और उसकी आह तक नहीं है, आह तक नहीं निकलती है. शुक्रिया तो हम क्या सुनेंगे. आप हमारा दर्द तक सुनने को तैयार नहीं हो. तो मैम, दिस इज द स्टोरी ऑफ अ फीमेल. ये एक साइड स्टोरी जो हर फीमेल की लाइफ में, किसी की लाइफ में इतनी है, किसी की लाइफ में इतनी है, लेकिन हर किसी की लाइफ में है. नाउ नीरू मैम, आई वुड लाइक टू कीप इन फ्रेम अगेन as because as in female, yes Tanuja, I'm coming to you after.
Actually, on this very point, I'm so sorry to interrupt for the moment, but on the very context, actually, I just wanted to make a point across.
Sure.
Isn't it? This is a perspective which I'm sharing with everyone over here and whoever is watching this program. We as women, we say we are so dedicated, or we give away so many things for the family, right? We go through a lot without even uttering a word. My question is, I believe this way: if there are culprits around, right, who are making people around suffer, as a male, female, whatsoever, we are keeping quiet so that people who are close to you are not hurt and all. We all go through that, as Reena ma'am has said that. But isn't it a time that we have to realize that it has not helped in any way? People close to you say you're doing it for yourself. How does it matter? Because they don't know the story. They don't value, they don't respect you for what you're going through, or even don't come up as a support. At the same time, the culprits, okay, be it in the corporates, inequality thing, gender issues, be the sexism, or be it any sort of other physical assaults or sexual assaults or abuse, those people, those culprits are getting stronger and stronger because one person who have gone through, women like ABC, have not spoken up. So they are targeting another one. And what is happening, this change is going on. On one hand, your support system is diminishing because people don't know what exactly you're going through. And we are taking pride in it that we are a sufferer, we are doing so much. At the same time, culprits are getting stronger and stronger. Be it administrators, let me tell you that. And I have got very, very bitter experiences in that regard. So we really, this is high time we need to think what we're looking for. We don't want praise, we don't want support, we don't want to complain, and then we look for change. Point is, when we are not speaking up, we are strengthening the evil in the society on one hand. At the same time, we are getting disintegrated from our own family and loved ones because we are not able to share. Where is the faith? Where is the trust? We're not even allowing to build that up. My thing is, at least as a woman or the person should say it, make an attempt. How other person is taking it, not, that is their call. Are we doing our bit? That's my question. Are we doing
Yes, Tanuja ma'am, sorry to interrupt. Neeru ma'am might have understood whom I am talking about, and I always make it a point कि एक नॉक नॉक मैं जरूर करूं आपको, एक बार तनुजा मैम को बता दूं, एक बार निधि को बता दूं कि निधि, दिस पर्सन इज नॉट राइट and this is the incident which took place. After that, it is your choice. You want to go along with the things or you want to stop then and there. On my end, I do this. And then I never forget to teach a lesson to that person also, to the extent that they don't repeat it in future.
Very good point.
It is with, as Tanuja ma'am said and Reena ma'am said, it is very important, as I said, that if you know that person, I mean, because it is the virtual platform which is going live on YouTube, and of course, million of people will view it because it is about to be stored there, right? So I would like to give simple message to everyone that please, as one of the participants said, that you have to breathe, you have to take few seconds to analyze, because you have to filter. There is a filtration process in us. And yes, the person who disrespect womanhood, who disrespect any women, and if you know that, so completely reject. As for parenting, I used to say that we have to accept our children as they are in the childhood, and we have to just reform them, right? But when you are in the field, in the different fields we are working in the domain, and we know that yes, any XYZ is wrong, so I think we should move on, because there are so many obstacles in the world, in your profession, because we are also observing that the harassment at workplace, even for the women, so it is not only in the corporate, it is everywhere. If we listen to them, as Tanuja ma'am said, that yes, we should not see that what happened only to this ki sun liya and ho gaya. If you know, and if you have the because truly speaking, for past 10 days my husband was in ICU. Yesterday night was discharged. I'm sitting here. So for the past 10 days, even I did not remain in connection with anyone. But yesterday night, when evening, when Nidhi gave me a call, I was in the hospital discharging my husband. Whereas the women platform, I immediately said, yes, madam, I will join this. So a lot of things are there, and even we all work together to give women the safe place to survive, at least who are on this virtual platform altogether. So we have so many women in this, and of course, surely will make it better for everyone. And of course, a good lesson would be given to a person or a group of persons who, I mean, create the kind of the misconception and the wrong dialogues for anyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Neeru ma'am.
So, ma'am, yes, ma'am, as we are discussing about all these things, हम अभी टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया का एक रिसर्च था जिसमें था कि जो फीमेल सबसे ज्यादा मॉलेस्टेशन फेस करती हैं वो कॉर्पोरेट्स में, ऑफिसेज में फील करती हैं, जहाँ पे सभी एजुकेटेड पीपल आर वर्किंग, राइट? So Nirumai, my question is to you that education educated लोग इस तरह वहाँ जहाँ एजुकेशन है वहाँ भी इस तरह की चीजें हैं, वहाँ फीमेल ये सब चीजें फेस करती हैं, हम फेस कर रहे हैं या कर रहे थे या करेंगे, इट्स अ डिफरेंट थिंग, बट माय क्वेश्चन टू यू दैट क्या एक एजुकेशन एक फीमेल को एक स्ट्रॉन्ग पर्सनालिटी दे सकती है? क्या एजुकेशन का क्या रोल होना चाहिए, एक टीचर्स का क्या रोल होना चाहिए, हम कैसे अपनी गर्ल्स को, लेडीज को, फीमेल एनर्जीज को इतना स्ट्रॉन्ग बना सकते हैं कि वो इन सब चीजों से आगे बढ़कर ऊपर उठकर अपना एक मुकाम बना पाए और जो सपना लेके वो चली हैं उस सपने तक वो पहुंच पाए?
Nidhi, everything happened from childhood, and parents and teachers meeting, as we speak about when we talk about holistic development of any girl child or a boy child. PTM is very important. That is not the group of the parent are coming, they're sitting in front of a teacher and only the report card is about to be signed. Of course not. Of course not. The two parent in a week must be given a call, what the child is doing at home, what is the behavior of a child, what is the screen time of a child on mobile, what time, I mean, is the gadget free lunch, dinner or breakfast is there in the family. So such things, such communication are very important. And I usually speak that what is collaborative learning, what is education. This is all about understanding the situation, take good decisions. And how we can take good decisions, when we know that this is right and this is wrong. How we will come to know, a child come to know this is right or wrong. For a boy at the age of 14 or a girl at the age of 13 or maybe 14, I think going with friends, bunking the school, maybe this is the part and parcel of that age group. Maybe they were told by the senior that yes, there is no problem, that you can just go and enjoy, this is the part and parcel. So how such things, to them it is quite natural, quite natural. So such things, as she said, Nidhi ma'am said, that how we can just in the school, we can just stop that, or we can just observe that what is going on. That the meeting, the parents should be very active, that only deposition of fee will not serve the purpose. Of course, they need to have the twice in a month meeting with the class teacher and the subject teachers to know about their children. And similarly, the teacher will exchange that what is the behavior of a child socially with the other friends, with the community, when they're just going outside to have any project work, right? So sometime a child, a brilliant child, automatically or suddenly leave PCT one a sheet blank. So there is a lot of question that bacha is writing only in the sheet of Hindi COVID-19, using a word depression. So these are the things that the teachers, the alarming things for a teacher and for the parents. So only the solution can be brought when there is a meeting, and that proper dialogues will go on. And the parent, yes, they are not here to blame only the teachers, and teachers are not here to blame the parenting at home. All have to come together for the holistic learning of a child. It is not only about that mugging up certain formula, organic chemistry, and this and that. No, it is very important to become a good human being. And that comes from good schooling, good parenting, and of course, good dialogue delivery. And the power of effective communication plays a vital role, that what kind of words we are using at home, even in the school or anywhere else. So that communication is very, very important. Is it hurtful, or are we connecting emotionally with a person, with a child? So one right decision can change the life of a child towards a positivity, and one wrong comment, hurtful comment, may lead any person to attempt anything wrong in life. So we have to think twice or thrice before we utter a word, before we take any decision. And yes, education plays a very, very important role. Personality trait, individual strength, balance between the home and the school, where the child is going, who are the friends of a child, what he is doing, why he's spending and where he's spending more time. I'm not saying that you are creating suspicion for a child, but you are monitoring your child, which is certainly very important and cannot be avoided. So these are the things that we need to be very, very careful. Friend, philosopher.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Ma'am, Nidhi ma'am, we have to be the support system, not only of the students, but the teachers also.
Very
because
good.
when we are sitting in the staff room, we make some comments, the way she walks, the way she wears, the way she present herself makes the student talk like this, make the male members talk like this,
True.
bring her to the eyes of the management, male management. यही चीजें अगर हम अपनी कुलीग को एक कॉर्नर में बैठकर काउंसिल करके एक्सप्लेन कर दें कि यू आर नॉट इन अ फैशन शो, यू आर इन अ स्कूल, you need to dress up gracefully, you need to come like this, you are here as a motherly figure, not as a girlfriend.
Right.
I think that will sort out number of problems for us, for the teachers, for those young girls who have chosen, or they are fortunately or unfortunately are a part of this profession because they are married and they want a 8 to 2 job now. So if we counsel them, मेरे ख्याल से बहुत सारी problems उसी level पे finish up हो जाएंगी, instead of sitting at the end of the corner and backbiting them and criticizing them and saying that she is young enough, so she is exposing, she has this type of figure. बहुत सारी चीजें होती हैं यार जो हम being a female हम ही कर रहे होते हैं, ये बिना बिना ये सोचे कि उसका क्या इम्पैक्ट बाकी लोगों पे पड़ रहा है. मेरा एक टीनेजर बच्चा 9, 10, 11, 12 का अगर वो चीजें देख रहा है, आजकल इंटरनेट हर बच्चे के पास है, बहुत सारी चीजें होती है टाइम से पहले उन्हें पता होती है. अगर वो बच्चा वो चीजें देख रहा है तो क्लास में वो वही इमेजिन कर रहा है उस टीचर को देखकर. आप ये सोचोगे कि वो आपको माँ की तरह इमेजिन कर रहा, नहीं करना, until unless you dress up like his mom.
Right.
आप अपने आप को कितना ग्रेसफुली प्रेजेंट कर रहे हो, इट डिपेंड्स ऑन दैट.
राइट.
अगर आप ग्रेस मेंटेन नहीं करोगे तो आगे से रिवर्ट नहीं मिलेगा.
Definitely, ma'am. Education can bring a lot of changes, but first of all, जो एजुकेशन डिलीवर कर रहे हैं उनको पहले अपने अंदर चेंजेस लेकर आने होंगे, बिकॉज यू आर सेटिंग एन एग्जांपल एंड चिल्ड्रन आर देयर टू फॉलो यू. सो आप जैसा एग्जांपल सेट करोगे वैसा ही बच्चे उस चीज को फॉलो करेंगे. एंड अगर एक हम अपने प्रोफेशन के अकॉर्डिंग ग्रेसफुली अगर हम खुद को प्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं तो
the worst part we make our students as our Facebook friends, where we post our Goa pics, our honeymoon pics, our shorts pics, and so on, and we tell them that yes, we can look like this also, you need not imagine, we are simply showing it to you directly. And इमेजिनेशन वही खत्म हो जाती है, आप सामने रख देते हो कि हम ऐसे ही इमेजिन, मतलब देख लो हम ऐसे हैं.
राइट.
बीच में एक दिस शुड बी अ स्मॉल और अ वेरी ट्रांजी वाइड शुड बी देयर. इस तरफ हम हैं और उस तरफ हम एज अ टीचर. मेरी पर्सनल और प्रोफेशनल लाइफ में कुछ पर्दा होना जरूरी है.
बिल्कुल.
दैट्स व्हाट आई फील. मे बी यू कैन हैव अ डिफरेंट ओपिनियन, बट वो पर्दा जरूरी है.
यस मैम. हमारे देश में वैसे भी गुरुओं को बहुत ऊपर स्थान दिया गया है, बहुत ऊंचा स्थान दिया गया है, सबसे ऊंचा स्थान इनफैक्ट दिया गया है. तो उस स्थान की मर्यादा तो हमें बनाकर रखनी ही होगी, हमारे लिए बहुत जरूरी है. सो माय नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन गोज टू दीप. Deep, today many women are moving into new dimension and yet many women have to fight. जैसे कि हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, बहुत सारी फाइट अपने अंदर से बहुत होती है, बाहर हमारी सराउंडिंग में बहुत सारी फाइट होती है, बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, बट स्टिल अपने ड्रीम्स को फुलफिल करने के लिए व्हाट यू थिंक, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ माइंडसेट अ फीमेल नीड टू हैव, किस तरह का माइंडसेट होना चाहिए, क्या सजेस्ट करोगे आप टू फुलफिल योर ड्रीम?
First of all, thank you so much, Nidhi. I'm learning so much from everyone here. It's infinite learning, honestly. And I think the first mantra to get into any dimension, establish yourself in any direction, one needs to start learning. Learning about what? Not the thing, but about themselves. Learning, who am I? What do I bring on the table? How can I bring my identity out there, which is connected to the purpose and a higher purpose. It is not just serving me. As somebody said, we are being selfish. So what is a non-selfish purpose here that I am resolving by being this? So need to learn about yourself, learn what you're doing, right? And then I call this mantra lead. So first is learning. Go ahead, learn. E is really about explore. Go ahead, explore, experiment. Experiment as much as you want to. Don't Give yourself limits. No, I think I can't take risk. No, I can't do this. Who says? Who says you can't take risk? Who says you can't explore? It is you. You are limiting yourself in exploration, in experimentation. Look at all the women out here. How have they come up? They have all experimented. They've explored themselves fully. Right? And now A is about have an ambition. Never say that no, I can't. There is men in my family who can be the CEO. You know, and I'm the wife of the CEO. No, have ambition for yourself. Don't worry how much your dad earns or your husband would earn. Know that I can also have ambition. I can also earn and I shall earn. Why not? So A, have an ambition. And D is the direction, Niti, that I would like to take everybody's attention to. D is the direction, right? So direction is important, and that comes along when you know where are you headed. You have your coaches, you have your mentors, you have your buddies to support you. So everyone can lead, is what I can say. Everyone can lead if they are able to have this mindset of learning, exploring, playing, being ambitious. And two mantras that my mom says, I'm not sure if two mantras that my mom has always raised me with is, दी बेटा आप मास्टर सर्वशक्तिमान आत्मा हो, सफलता तुम्हारा जन्म सिद्ध अधिकार है. So no matter what you're feeling right now, you won't be able to see it, but you are winning somewhere else. You are learning and you're going to earn out of that experience later. So don't worry. So whenever I am doubtful about myself, I just say these two affirmations back to myself. मैं मास्टर सर्वशक्तिमान आत्मा हूँ, सफलता मेरा जन्म सिद्ध अधिकार है.
Right. Wow. Wonderful. Now I would like to ask Srisha. Srisha, as वैसे तो काफी सारा discussion हम इस question के ऊपर कर चुके हैं, but I would like to hear from you. There's a lot of women who dare to dream. They want to dream, right? They want to fulfill their dream, but they never dare to fulfill their dream. सपने तो देख लिए, लेकिन कोशिश हम नहीं करते. आप क्या मैसेज देना चाहोगे उन्हें?
Okay, so it is in some cases. So, see, there are different situations that everyone is in, and I know for some women it's probably even difficult to dream looking at the situation that they're in, and for some women dreaming may be easy, but actually taking the first step towards something or even imagining themselves to fulfill their dream might be difficult. So I'm going to give an answer that would span across different kinds of situations that women are in. And it's actually very simple. The answer is very simple. It is take the first step. That's all. Don't worry about how much effort or how much change or how much struggle is going into this for the large dream that you want to achieve. If you've anyway dared to dream, keep that dream ahead. You know where it is, you know what it is, and start looking at things bite-sized. The moment you're able to take that first step, it's not that scary. A large dream might be very scary, but taking that first step is not so scary. So take that first step. Once you've taken that first step, you build that confidence up. Okay, I've taken one step. Now maybe I can take another step. And go step by step. I think that's the only thing that will help you out. And that's the only thing that you can do when you feel very overwhelmed by achieving such a large dream. And that will also build confidence. Then that dare to achieve will also come in automatically. Sometimes your motivation will drive you to action. But if you don't have that motivation, you don't have that enthusiasm, or you don't have that courage to drive you to action, then your action will drive the courage, the motivation, and the enthusiasm. So start taking action, however small it is, and notice your enthusiasm and courage going up slowly. That's what I would say.
Wow, that's wonderful. Yes. So, Tanuja, now I would like to invite you to share, as you said that you had some incident you want to share that, and definitely we would like to hear from you.
Thank you, Nidhi, for coming. But right now, I felt it's more of a conclusive sort of, phase we are into it. So that experience, I felt it have been like quite behind in the overall conversation. But yeah, somehow just giving a glimpse of that as a professional. Because when we're talking about stereotype, whether it's role stereotype, male, female role stereotype, we did talk about, or we're talking about the expectations of the society. Similarly, professional role expectation or stereotypes also comes in. For example, when you talk about the counselor, okay, this sort of age, this sort of look, this sort of maturity should come by a face, not by word, but by a face. And believe me, there have been interviews where, despite being caged, literally caged by 9 panelists, everything being perfectly fine, it was said by the directors, and they said, you know what, we actually are looking for somebody who looks mature because we have got brats. And the funny part is, from my very first job on a residential, with a residential school, those people still love me so much because they have seen my work. So problem with the stereotypes is, whether it's gender stereotype or the role stereotype, when we talk about the wife, a woman in a wife's role or a mother's role, these are stereotypes we all have got developed as per the conditioning, environment, and culture thing. These stereotypes don't allow us to look beyond that frame. We would like to put everything into 2x2. And this is very, very unfortunate, because in that, we as an individual cage ourselves, we do not explore, right? We do not express, in fact. And other people are not able to see beyond that frame. If you fit in, no, side. So this is a high time where we have to look beyond the stereotypes, role stereotypes, social stereotypes, gender stereotypes, age stereotypes, and I think life could be far more beautiful. Nobody else, but we ourselves, starting from an individual, because society is built by one individual, including you, me, and us together. So when we are not able to come out of our own stereotypes, seeing others and how we view our own self, change is difficult. I'm not saying impossible, I'm saying it's very difficult, right? So thing is, we need to cross that boundary of the stereotypes, be open to receive, be open to give, accept people as they are, with their strengths, with their grays, their whites, blacks, everything, right? Nobody's perfect. And at the same time, we have to give people opportunity to grow, respecting them, accepting them, and giving them opportunity and the sense of mutual regard. So that it is a matter of, where a sense of well-being all around. Everybody have an opportunity to explore and expand. And recently I was in a session, TV10, some show was there, and where we were talking about the different pageants for women, all the pros, cons, the social perspective and all that. And then we were talking about, families do not allow women at times. Finally, they get onto the cover page and the glamour portion, what more? That's where I mentioned this part. I'm quoting it there because originally I quoted it there. I think it's all about the opportunities and how we would like to make use of it, right? Even whether the pageant part and all, it have got its pluses and minuses. I'll say it's an opportunity for all ease. Explore your own potential, explore the world, right? Express yourself in terms of your talents, in terms of your, or whatever qualities you're having or your potential. At the same time, enjoy the moment, the limelight, whatsoever. Get empowered in terms of when you develop yourself, how to walk, how to talk, how to face camera, how to communicate, you're empowering yourself. And then this empowered phase leads to engagement, constructive engagement if you would like, because spotlight is on you. If you would like to use it for the causes you believe in, the work you would like to do, the engagements you look forward. So it's basically individual choice, how you would like to. Everything is full of potential, and everybody is full of potential, and everything offers lot many opportunities. It's the mindset where we have to open up, and that is what is very important. And I would like to say this one part in the whole conversation when we have been talking about, as the Neeru ma'am also said.
It's 4:30.
I'm so sorry. Okay, like Neeru ma'am said that yes, we all have to rope in and engage ourselves in a very constructive way as a women, empowerment. I would like to connect with this, Neeru ma'am, with your permission to add on what I started off in the beginning. Things do not change because we become selfish as a woman. When we on Women Day, when we're talking about as a women, why we're excluding men? Let us be more empowered that we are taking care of them, including them. When we're talking about any sort of injustice or abuse, why not to look for even anybody, and it could be anybody, a child, an adult, an aged person, or a male or a female, anybody around. Injustice is injustice. Inequality is inequality. And let's fight for it equally to support them. So, to make everyone rise above the tide. So that's my submission.
It must be irrespective of gender. You're right.
So thank you so much. This is my ultimate submission to this. Thank you so very much for allowing me to share my
Thank you so much, Tanuja.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Nidhi.
And Sirisha, now I would like to know in a 1 or 2 sentences, how will you describe feminism?
So, honestly, I don't know what feminism is. People talk about it so much, feminism, women empowerment, it's so many things. And if you ask me, have I thought about it? What exactly feminism is? I don't know. I don't know what feminism is. I don't know what people are talking about. I do know what feminism is not supposed to be. It is not supposed to be that you take up a stand and say that women are above men. That's definitely not feminism. Saying that because I am a girl, I get differential treatment and special treatment. That is definitely not feminism, which I see all over. I open Instagram anywhere near Women's Day. There are all these posts where, it's all about how women are better than men. That is definitely not feminism. And it's not feminism to say that just because we are women, we can do whatever the hell we want to do, and men have no say in anything. That's not feminism. That's all I can say. That's my contribution to this. These are the things that I see happening and connected with feminism, and that brings me to question: do people actually even know what feminism is? Do they know what they're talking about when they do this?
Wow, super. Deep, now I would like to ask 2 questions. I have 2 questions for you. How to keep away a toxic people from life? ये females के perception से कि आप आपको आपके पास strategy है, आप करना चाहते हो, आपके अंदर zeal है, you have a skills, but skill because toxic peoples are in life. कैसे एक female उन सब चीजों को ignore करके आगे बढ़े? क्या कहना चाहोगे आप?
हिंदी में कहावत है ना निधि, नजर हटी दुर्घटना घटी। तो नजर अगर हम अपने क्षमता से हटा देते हैं, तब हमारे वो जो इंटरफेरेंसेस वाली जो नॉइजेस होती है ना, वो आना शुरू हो जाती है और वो बैठ जाती है। वो कहती है चलो चाय पी के जाएंगे, नहीं अब खाना खा के जाएंगे। अब तुमने बुला लिया है घर पे तो बिठा दो, खिला दो, आराम से सुला दो, और फिर तुम डिप्रेशन में चले जाते हो और फिर ऑब्वियसली यू गो रॉन्ग वे, राइट? So what one needs to really focus is, मेरा लक्ष्य क्या है, where am I heading, और मैं किस चीज में सक्षम हूँ, उस चीज को निखारना है। That's it. हर चीज में सक्षम नहीं भी होंगे, 100% नहीं होंगे, हर किसी में खामियां हैं, ठीक है, लेकिन खामियों को सुधारने के लिए I need to take steps by people have a connotation that they need to work on their area of improvement. I say you need to work on your strengths, build the muscle that is already good, and that would become your stronger muscle that can pull any weight. So know what are your strengths and then build them furthermore, that they can overcome any more weaknesses also. So that's my perspective on that. And yeah, thank you. That's what I could say. Thanks.
Super. Deep, how would you define feminism?
How would I define feminism? I would define feminism as I see it in my family: equal for home, equal opportunities. I cook. My husband also cooks tea for me when he sees that I have appointments from day to evening. So he goes down, he prepares tea, brings it up, puts in front of my table and say, "Hey, let's just eat, take a breath, you've worked a lot." So I do the same for him. So I feel reciprocity in action is feminism. Equality in action is feminism. When he can cook, he can wash clothes. I can cook, I can wash clothes. He can manage, he can take care of my family's desires, and I can take care of his family's desires. That's feminism in action for me.
Wow. So great. Nice. Niru ma'am, what is your definition of feminism?
Taking care of each other. I'm taking care of her, she's taking care of me, right? So this is all about, and means as Shrisha also said, that I do not know what is feminism. She said that because when you just go on, because we very recently in the past one decade, I mean, now we have this momentum of this word feminism, feminist, kind of this. But yes, I just want, if you ask me, Nidhi, that yes, every one of us know that we should money. I'm quoting everyone, the different denominations, families and all, that all are equal in family, be it girl or boy, be it husband or wife. When we speak about family, when the equality is there, that is feminism. When we are in the country, everyone, black, white, religion, irrespective, regardless of that, when we are thinking of all, when we are taking care of all, when we are giving equal education to all, right, when we are giving, I mean, that is no reservation for particular thing, equality to all, that is feminism. So the same that any, you cannot say because we are women, so when we blame anyone, that will be blamed by all, of course not. So I think the life is same for everyone. Everyone is born equal, right? So we should respect individuality and identity of each and every one of us. That's it. That is all about feminism. If you ask about definition, but correct definition, I'm also not sure. But if you ask me ki what is it, if anyone will heard bole kya bole hai ye bilkul wrong hai, no, but
Perfect,
I
ma'am.
want, if this is the word, this must be the definition. That's it.
Right, right. And Tanuja, what would you like to add as the definition of feminism?
I was coming to, and I was wondering, I was, deliberating over, okay, what is it for me? What is it for me? I'm not going into the literal meaning of it, but when this term was being, when I was hearing the time again, I said, feminism for me, what? I'm a female, and I would love to enjoy my feminism in terms of being a female. My potential, my weaknesses, my vulnerabilities, my strengths. I think this is a package. This is a package altogether. When they talk about the communism and this thing and all, it's just something, a term which makes the people of the similar traits associate, come together, right? It's just a recognition. If you talk about superficial, it's a sort of recognition for that particular community. Okay, females with this mindset, this attitude. But I think for me, I'll take it like, yeah, feminism for me, I'll take it like that. Enjoy being a female, right? With all my blacks, faith, with my challenges inclusive. So that is feminism for me. Unfortunately, it have become a term where the purpose got defeated, overall purpose got defeated, and more of the red flags or the counter attacks, because it have become such an aggressive term that it raises the red alert in anybody's mind. Why it should be? It's something related with feminism. I mean, females. Why it have to be a sort of red alert? So I think we need to reconstruct the meaning of it and re-establish its meaning somewhere.
Awesome, awesome. Wow, that's great. I must say it was a very insightful, a very great, wonderful discussion we had today, and I'm very thankful to our all panelists that they put their a lot of efforts to explain all these things, all facts, and all reasons behind of the issues what females are facing. But I would like to interact to my viewers that I have one secret what I receive from this discussion. I would like to reveal that universe has not given any color to sky. And do you know why? Because universe want to give you that opportunity. Choose your sky, choose your favorite color, and fill your sky and fly high. right? Being a female is not a privilege. We cannot say that it is a privilege. I'm a female, I should get all these things. Of course not. Being a male or being a female is a biological locha, right? Nothing else. It is your right to dream, to dare to dream, to dare to fulfill your dreams. You can do whatever you want, and you have to do all these things what is required to fulfill your dream. You have to, you come out, right? Not because of your female, but treat yourself as a human self. And today I learned my takes that accept yourself as you are and come out. Ignore the toxic people. जैसे दीप ने कहा, नजर हटी दुर्घटना घटी. तो नजरें मत हटाइए ना अपने चारों तरफ से, अपने सराउंडिंग से, अपने साथ रह रहे लोगों से नजरें मत हटाइए, लेकिन खुद से भी नजरें मत हटाइए. खुद के ऊपर भी नजरें रखिए. आप सपने देख सकते हैं, आप सपने पूरे कर सकते हैं. दूरी सिर्फ एक स्टेप की है, जैसा कि श्रीषा ने कहा. एक स्टेप आपको आगे बढ़ाना है, राइट? एंड ऑफ कोर्स जब तक, जैसा नीरू मैम ने कहा कि आपकी फैमिली मैटर्स अ लॉट, राइट? सो आपकी फैमिली अगर आपको सपोर्ट नहीं भी करती है तो आप खुद अपने लिए एक फैमिली बन जाइए. एंड सपोर्ट योरसेल्फ, सपोर्ट योर सराउंडिंग, सपोर्ट योर फ्रेंड्स, बिकम अ फैमिली, राइट? I don't have a family, but I can be a family. It is my choice, but I choose. And as Tanuja said, please be selfless. Raise your voice. And as Rina ma'am said, set your example. What you are and how you are looking, it matters. What are you doing? It matters. As Koshki said, that सीखना जरूरी है. अपने आसपास देखिए, look at your surrounding and see a lot of people are doing a different work, and people will value your work. You just continue and keep continuing. So guys, a lot of learnings we have today. Now I would like to end the session, and please don't forget to fill the feedback form, as it will help you to claim your participation certificate. And I suppose that जितना मजा मुझे आया है आपको भी आया होगा. और मैं जानना चाहूंगी कि हमारे पैनलिस्ट को भी मजा आया आज.
बहुत बहुत. निधि कहाँ से लाती हो इतनी सिद्धि? awesome being here. I really enjoyed it.
थैंक यू सो मच. सो गाइज बने रहिए हमारे साथ. हम बहुत जल्दी फिर से आएंगे आपके लिए, कुछ नया लेकर, कुछ नए टॉपिक्स लेकर, कुछ नए कार्निवल्स, कुछ नए इवेंट्स लेकर. और उम्मीद करते हैं कि जब हम आपके पास वापस आए, तब तक आपने अभी तक जो सीखा है वो हमारे साथ आप फीडबैक फॉर्म पे शेयर कर चुके हैं. सो प्लीज डोंट फॉरगेट टू फीडबैक फॉर्म, और सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलिएगा. प्लीज सब्सक्राइब एंड शेयर एंड कमेंट्स. आपको कैसा लगा? थैंक यू सो मच. बाय, गुड नाइट.
Having us. And everyone, it was a wonderful opportunity interacting with you